Hate it. We're D&D streamers.
We're D&D streamers right now. Let's see if it shows up all right. There. That
oh
should...
my god.
Oh my god, the production value of our doubled.
The little yeah, there you go. Make sure you're focusing. Oh my god, when you're focusing that page. My
Looks
lord.
good, right?
Oh, it's lovely.
Looks great.
Oh my god, we've done it. We've done it.
The only suggestion I would have is to make that Discord thing a little lighter so you can actually read it.
I'm thinking about doing that. I actually used from their website. They have a press kit, and they give you the color values.
Oh, really?
So that's actually the gray that they use in the app.
And probably the text underneath our names could probably be a little clearer too.
I tried to burn that in a little bit more, make it more black, but I'll work on that.
It
Yeah.
needs to be bolded.
Yeah.
I'll bold it.
It's hard to read from where I'm sitting, but if I squint, I can see it.
I mean, I'm thinking someone who's got it like almost full screen. It should be a little bit better.
Oh, full screen works good with it, yeah.
Okay.
But people
Because
can't chat
that's
if
what I
they
was
have
working
full
on.
screen.
Well, like, the partial full screen where you have just chat up over here. That's what I was kind of trying to work with size-wise when I was actually making it in GIMP, so.
Why? Did the stream just cut out?
No.
It's been solid. I got it over here.
Looks good, fam.
Yeah.
What do you think, chat?
You're going to see me doing this a lot because I got the stream over here and I got my Orc Pub over here, so. I'm
Host
kind
giveaway.
of active.
I know you have opinions about our overlay.
Wow, Twitch just fucked up. So give me a second to fix that.
Get off your tablet on Twitch, man.
No, I'm not on my tablet. I'm on my laptop now. I break everything I touch, basically. So that's
Nice.
Well,
You're a wizard.
Everybody have chat up.
Chat is up.
Christian.
chat is up. I'm going to turn the branding away from the camera.
Brand. Yeah, this is our product placement screen.
Because I don't want to associate my old company with our stream.
Fair enough.
Because I'm technically an employee right now, and I'm not going to mention who my employer is.
Bad Dragon.
Well,
It's got to have a side hustle.
He's a Chatterbait community ambassador.
let's just say I'm Moonlight. No.
A Chatterbait community.
Community ambassador, that's what I'm going with.
To
No.
Dungeons and Dragons. Awesome. All right, well, we are ready to resume our adventure. I think everything, to my knowledge, everything looks like it's lined up as perfectly as it could be.
Hey, yo.
Good.
Is it? I think it is,
It
right?
looks good.
There's a little bit of white, but I think it's fine.
Where?
It looks so good.
Like, just above the wood paneling separating Roll20 from...
Oh, but that'll go away when he moves down, right?
Maybe. I think that's the scroll bar at the bottom.
Oh!
Let's see. Hey, you
Yes.
can't see the branding. Perfect.
No,
Cool.
Christian was right.
Now focus me, Daddy.
I got that eye for it. I'm not an architect for nothing.
Why can't I pop out Discord chat?
Jay, is that better, Christian?
You see?
Is that better, Daddy? That should be perfect. I just
There's
brought
a
it.
little
'Cause the white line started creeping in now.
It'll do. Now, look what I've done. Now you can't
Now
see
it's
the brand.
not there. Look at it now.
So I am safe.
That's tits right there.
Tits.
That is tits, indeed.
Alright.
All right, gents.
Where did we leave off?
I don't know. We just had 5 people come in and just leave, though.
It's
Great,
They saw
cool.
our beautiful face.
I know. I really hope they never come back.
Ooh. Jeez.
It was Draxus asking us to play hardcore.
Probably.
It was a very brief Draxus raid.
Yes.
Yes, very brief.
All right.
Alright.
Christian,
So,
lead us off.
You guys, last time, you guys went off on a little side adventure, and you actually took down... You followed some leads from your friend Bodok at the tavern that there were some weird mechanical creatures in the cave.
Yes.
And you were led to these weird little mechanical men who I can actually bring one up.
Yes, let's see an image of that.
Oh, they were weird looking from what I remember.
Yeah.
It's like some of these
Yeah, those
Yeah.
things.
and some of these.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have
Look
the
at those
big one.
lips.
And
I don't have an
We
image of
killed
the
a
big
giant one, right?
After killing them, something that seemed to be sort of like controlling them popped out of the ground. It was this big like orb on a stalk with all these mechanical whipping tentacles.
Ooh.
You would have been told later, after describing it to Bodok, that was a remnant Decaton leading a group of creatures known as the Modron.
Okay.
But you went back, you sold a bunch of the you got a bunch of like the oil from the creature and some of its panels, which seemed to be this like almost golden bronze. You weren't sure exactly what metal it was, but I remember you guys pulled off a bunch of that. I think. I remember you stripped the
We
character.
made some money. We did make money on it. Yeah.
You stripped something off the character, the creature, and sold it. And and I believe we ended. You came back to the base, and I believe you guys would probably go to sleep. It's a new day.
Okay.
While you're asleep, Sugarcane, you have a little dream.
Oh.
You're sitting. Yeah. Outwardly, you're doing whatever you're doing cat things.
Doing cat things.
But you're sitting on a stump in a grove playing a lute. And then all of a sudden, around you, from the stump, outward, the ground begins to burn. And it keeps burning, and then suddenly you're in a magma field sitting on a rock outcropping. And your lute is your new adamantine lute. Possessed by the fire elemental.
Yes.
You only know it as the Veil lute.
Right.
And all of a sudden you see a projection out of it, and you see you're kind of surprised by this, but the figure that comes out is actually wearing what you would know as like some finery, like basically like a long tail suit, some nice slacks, a top hat and a cane, but he's all made of fire.
Okay.
Like you can't discern features. It's just basically imagine fire took the shape of that.
Okay.
And he's standing there, he's like, "So you're my wielder.
That is
Welcome.
right, comrade.
I have no name.
Okay.
That's up to you.
I will call you Boris.
From today on, I am Boris."
Boris. You will be a very good kitty.
All of a sudden, his face morphs into. You see like the outline of like a furry
A flaming
face.
Cheshire cat. That's
Yeah.
Do you want him to be a full cat or a humanoid cat?
No, I want him to be a cat.
So the shape actually shrinks down
Okay.
into like the fiery outline of a cat.
Beautiful.
It's like- And you see the cat like look at itself. Okay, I have this form now. I can't say I
So
don't
he
like
has
it.
yet another like.
I have a
Cat.
cat.
He has another cat now.
He has another cat
I
now,
have a
actually.
cat.
Yeah.
He
has a
is
cat.
a cat. He has a shadow cat, doesn't he?
Oh, I forgot
No,
about the shadow
you don't
cat.
have the shadow cat, but you have the cat that kind of like does its own thing and goes through walls.
Yeah, the cat that just is a cat.
That's
that
what
goes
I
through
meant.
walls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that thing.
And then you have this cat now. But he's like, "Well, I am Boris. I possessed your lute as it was dipped, as the adamantine was dipped into the fires of Maegra, the greater fire elemental I was fragmented off of. But I have always enjoyed the sounds of music. I heard a lot of dwarven smiths humming, and I realized what they were creating, and I had to get a piece of it. So I'm yours now to command. I'm part of your instrument.
Okay.
I hope to serve you well, master. And then your dream becomes whatever it would have been normally. Cat things. Whatever you want it to be. You're chasing a yarn ball.
Chasing a yarn ball
He's
across,
chasing yarn ball.
across a dairy farm.
All right, and then I see him.
Greg,
I see him doing something. I wake up a little because I
Yeah.
hear him. Yeah, because I didn't hear any of that, obviously. So I was
so
like,
you,
Sugarcane, you having one of your dreams again?
Yes. I'm chasing the yarn ball, meow.
You're chasing. All right. Just settle down.
Also,
man.
I own a cat now, meow.
I'm sorry. What?
I own a cat now, meow. He lives in my loot.
You wanna say that again?
Yes, his name is Boris. He's a good kitty, meow.
You own a cat and he lives in your what?
As you mentioned Boris, you see a little flame lick down the strings of the lute sitting in the corner.
That is Boris. Yeah.
I saw that, and I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see it. I'm gonna let it go. Go back to
Okay.
sleep.
Alright, you go back to sleep.
We've had enough shit happen these past couple nights. We don't need any more excitement.
When you go back to sleep, Greg,
Okay.
pancakes,
Yeah, get it right.
you have a pretty typical dream for yourself. You know, you're running through the woods, you know, with other Goliath, you know, forest creatures, you know, the sort of typical thing you would have, you know, your little shack in the woods remembering the past.
Yeah.
But you're out in the woods in this dream. But something's different. You feel something stalking you.
Oh.
You feel a presence watching you from somewhere. You're not sure where. And you're stalking through. You come to a clearing that you know very well. You know that there are elk that come through here.
This
You
doesn't
know,
feel
you-
right. What's going on? This.
Give me a perception check. It's a very, very vivid, lucid feeling dream.
Does he have any bonuses to perception while he's dreaming? Otherwise, I don't think he'll make it.
From familiarity, I'll give you a +2. Why not?
A plus
Because
2 plus my what I already have.
Whatever you have, +2 to it.
Okay. Thank you for that.
7. So you don't quite. You see a shadow.
Steven,
Probably.
you asshole. I don't think he'll make it.
All right.
All right.
About 50 yards out from the clearing, you see a shadow there and then disappear. Then suddenly you feel the presence go away.
What was that?
You go about your business. You end up getting 2 elk. Pretty good haul for you. You're strong, so you can actually carry both of them over your shoulder. Not really a problem. When you get back to your little cabin, outside there's a blue tiger.
Hello. We meet again, do we?
I believe this is the first time I've talked to you.
You know what? I'm apologize.
You might have seen flashes of my past, but we're now linked by blood.
There
from the
was
person-
a basically bipedal blue tiger that I met with, and I believe he is possibly the reason why we are now linked.
Yes, he and I were linked at one point by a very, very perverse experiment by a few devils, creating him, linking me to him. He's not one of what I am,
Okay.
but he is. He's a very contradictory existence. You, on the other hand, through your own connection to the natural world, have a much stronger bond to the blood that flows through me. I am an elemental of the plane of storms.
Storms?
Storms.
Okay.
I'm an elemental, but I'm also a celestial. You'll come to know that power in time.
How do you feel now that you are linked to me versus being linked to that creature?
We shall see. I shall judge what you do, what you say, how you carry yourself. Then we shall see.
What do you value?
That's a very, very, very interesting question. I value power, but I value power applied with grace. I value power not applied with malice. I'm a celestial. I have links to the gods, but I am not holy. I am not divine. I am a being of positive energy. Maricha is a being of negative energy.
I
He is
can
a
tell.
perversion of what I am.
He jammed me in the back with a damn needle.
It's not the worst thing he's done.
I
You
can
will
tell.
learn in time.
We only met him
Use-
about 2 minutes before that, and he jammed me in the
Kind of
back
an
with a
asshole.
needle.
Use my blood for good. Do not harm without reason. Now it doesn't mean you can't kill. Just don't kill mercilessly. Don't kill without reason. And you will feel my blood
that.
grow more powerful.
All right. I think I can manage that, friend.
Good. Have fun at in your little dream world. And he puffs away.
All right. And then I go into the cabin, and it's that halfling chick girl's in there, and then some stuff that we can't talk. That stuff we
Right.
can't talk about happens.
Because you were dreaming lucidly, now you have control, and will sort of fade to black. Okay.
The last thing you hear is, "Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about." And I get a stack of pancakes, and then you see me launch myself into the bedroom, and that's where it goes black.
The camera pans to a stack of pancakes on the
Yes.
kitchen table, and just syrup slowly dripping down.
She starts pouring the syrup on us.
Yeah, then it zooms out, and she's just there with an apron on, pouring syrup on.
Yes, yeah.
At that point, since he's talking in his sleep, I throw his shoe at him.
No!
And suddenly you wake up with a throbbing pain in your face.
Oh! Damn it! I can't get anything in the real world. I can't even get anything in my dreams because of that fucking pussy over there.
Meow.
Oh. Damn you. Let me get back to sleep and see if I can get back to my cabin in the woods. The good one, not the really bad one. Alright.
Alright, so yeah, you
We
two
both
get
we go
48
back
hours
to
of
sleep.
Yep, and you wake up the next morning refreshed.
I'm sorry.
I feel so refreshed, comrade.
No, that was great.
Stupid
And
pussy
don't
cat.
you feel refreshed, Meow?
I feel like I could fucking throw you out the damn window right now.
You know, you could do that, but there are no windows. Where...
I know, just
You
hit
know.
you into a rock wall will be even better. Can't defend
you're-
straight down here.
You're too funny, pancakes. You're too funny, Meow.
Alright, so now we leave our rooms. Do we have control? We do have control. Okay, good.
You have control. So you see the usual activity,
Yeah. And we used up our last free day, right?
You used up your last free day. Lizar actually comes to you.
Oh, nice.
You see her walking down the hallway. So, the situation's changed.
Okay,
What?
Meow.
What happened?
In light of the recent circumstances, the tunneling, the fact that they're attempting to hit us home, and they know where home is for this little federation. We've been working with some of our outside contacts. We formed a little bit of a coalition force. Cities, factions are sending armies to join us down here.
What groups?
The Harpers, the Zentarum, surprisingly, a coalition of the lords from the major towns, Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter, Waterdeep, even Luskan, and then various religious forces like Scrake's Order, and even some of Pog's people.
I'm happy that we're gonna have Scrake's Order with us. He seems like very apt in combat.
The Holy Order of Bahamut is a very, very effective fighting force. Small, but powerful. We are forming an Underdark expeditionary force to hit them before they hit us. It will take some time for this to be fully
So it's
assembled.
called
but
the UEF.
Yes.
Okay.
Our forward base will be the zone you captured from the Drow. So we can always watch that tunnel and make sure that they don't have a shortcut through the tunnel.
So we did something good, even though we didn't
We
didn't
something
necessarily
very
plan
bad.
that.
Something
Yes.
good, yeah.
Well, we seized the opportunity.
All right, excellent. We're glad that helped out in some way.
I believe Freckner is right now still meeting with the representatives from Candlekeep and the Arcane Brotherhood to gain some mage support.
Okay,
But so far, we have ground forces pretty set.
excellent.
You
Can I
two-
metagame for 1 second?
Yes.
Christian, this is just a metagame between me and Christian as well. I just kind of figure out how to phrase this. Did you take care of the one thing we discussed last time?
What did we discuss last time?
About a character? Something having to do? Remember?
I don't think I did.
With the merchant?
Oh. No. Didn't.
We'll have to have it for next
We
time.
don't need him right now.
Oh,
No,
well,
you have,
I mean,
you don't know what I'm getting in. Don't worry
I don't
about
know
it.
what you're talking about.
I'll
No.
discuss it
Apparently
with
no
you
one
after
has
this.
Yeah.
any idea what
Yeah,
you're talking
let me know after the game, and then I'll get that implemented.
Maybe you actually do, and you just don't. I'm gonna text it to you. Right?
Okay, do that. I'll move. I'll keep moving forward.
Keep
I'll
talking. Yes.
So, while we're getting that set up, you two still have a task, but it's less of importance right now until we. That's the word I'm looking for. Until we synthesize our fighting force. I had mentioned a certain Anti-Zilla, a night hag, and a contact by the name of Granny Olga that you could use to make advances on this one enemy. You have that, but it's less dire right now. So tackle that if you will, but understand it's not a priority, and you two are free to.
What would you consider the biggest priority that you could have us do right now, Miss?
Right now, I would honestly have you two do recon. We don't have any specific tasks yet, but it would be nice to make a move on that lead. Because if we could even get close to taking down one hammer, it'd be.
And there's 8.
There are 8 hammers.
Okay.
That we know of.
So we're looking for leads on another hammer. We have the lead on the one hammer, which is the granny.
We don't know. We know. Oh yeah. All of your associates here are at different times being sent out on recon to gather information, to follow leads. So you will be updated with information as everyone else will as we get it. Right now, we only know of Anti-Zilla and her potential location.
All right. Well, I think that we're going to do some recon today then, if my comrade thinks that would be a good idea.
Comrade. Recon is my middle name, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Right, I am Ambassador Sticky Recon Sugarcane.
Sticky recon.
Sticky recon.
I don't know, the Sticky Recon is the best kind of recon.
Just getting out of the game for a second, that sounds dirty as fuck.
Yeah, it does.
I'm
Sticky
doing some
recon.
sticky
Follow me
recon.
on
Doing some
Chatterbait.
sticky recon. All right.
Alright. So
Comrade Pancakes, refresh me on the languages that you know, meow.
Good.
Um.
You know a couple interesting ones.
Yeah, I gotta look at my list.
Because I don't remember which languages I know.
Which list is that on?
It'll be under... Ooh, that's a good question. It will be...
If I have like view open.
I think it'll be under proficiencies. And if you scroll all the way down, languages will show a little lip. And
Oh, there it is. Giant, common, and abyssal. So giant and
Okay,
abyssal.
good.
Didn't I learn another one?
I don't know if you did.
Did I learn something from being the tiger?
You learned Celestial. Yes, you
Yes.
learned that language.
Okay.
Alright. One sec. Would you guys roleplay for a second? I will be right back.
All
I
right.
forgot something very important.
Okay, that's fine. Like I got something.
Alright, Daddy, get on the bed, meow.
Oh, sugarcane. I thought that was only a one-time thing, you know.
Bring
was-
me the beard shirt, meow.
That was only one time because it was your birthday in the city of Myopus. I remember that very clearly. We're not gonna go back there. I'm sorry.
Do you remember why you got kicked out of Neverwinter and banned from returning, Meow?
I believe it was because actually both of us were dressed up in drag and we snuck into the one brothel and we were trying to get some information on that one commander, if I remember right.
That would make sense, Meow.
I think that's what happened, and they caught us, and actually, no, they caught me. You got out of there because you were able to scamper out to the door fast enough, and then they
That's
caught
right.
me on the bed next to that other giant bastard that had no clothes on, and then
Right,
came-
well, that was when you
I
learned
heard-
how to speak giant, Meow.
that actually was the story of how I learned how to speak giant. I learned that in the brothel that we used to work at.
I heard no clothes
Just to
on, and I
let you know, you just missed some great backstory shit.
I like the idea of you learning giant after. Technically, that would be a racial language you would learn as a Goliath, but the fact that you didn't know is kind of appropriate for your character.
We were trying to learn some information. We both went to a brothel and went undercover there. So
I love it.
We both got into drag and stuff like that. So I was sitting next to another like a giant that was on one of the beds there. We were waiting for another client to come in because he wanted a threesome with a giant and what am I? I am a
You're
Goliath.
Goliath. Yeah,
Half human, half giant, basically.
yeah. So a giant and then a Goliath. Yeah. So, anyways, that's how I learned giant was there.
I like to imagine that the giant started speaking to you in giant, and you didn't know it.
And that's why we got kicked out of Neverwinter.
And that's how I got kicked. I'm not allowed back in Neverwinter because of that. He got out to the door fast enough because he saw them coming.
Good to know.
That's the backstory.
Good to know.
So, all right,
All right.
all right. So, all right, Sugarcane. Who do you think we should bring with us today?
You know what? Let us bring... What are our options again, Meow?
Well, while you guys are deciding that, you hear a summons. Pardon me for a moment.
I want that rock-hard dwarf, Meow.
Rock hard dwarf.
Whichever one the magic dwarf is.
Token. 1 sec. Gotta grab
It's
something.
that one.
You
This
see.
guy
You
down
see.
here, right?
You see.
Oh!
You see a certain corgi appear at the junction of the mansion,
Where?
and he's just waiting there. Lebius goes
there.
over to talk to him,
Oh, I forgot about Lebius.
and then Lebius comes down. And he starts walking towards you. You have a guest.
Oh,
The two of you. He seems to have a letter for you.
Oh.
oh, thank you, Lebius.
It's one of Bodok's corgis.
Oh,
Who's a good boy, Meow?
I'm a good. No, fuck you.
good
I remember you.
Who's a good boy?
Fucking
You're a
antics.
good
I remember
boy.
you.
you remember me? Who's a good boy?
I'm a good boy. Fuck you.
Hey, I treated you okay. All right, what do you got for us?
Here, take this letter. I'm leaving.
Okay.
All
He
right.
starts leaving.
Oh, before you go,
Good
before you
boy,
go,
no!
before you go.
Here,
Who's a good
here.
boy?
I'm a good.
Who's a
fuck
good
you.
boy?
You're a good boy.
And with his 4 legs, he just takes off sprinting. Because he's a dog centaur. By the way, for anyone who watches this later, let me bring up what he is. And I have to get his name to credit this fantastic artist for his work, because this is just magical. Let me see. Where
Do you
is
have
he?
the
Oh,
name?
it's so good.
I believe it's on the image, but let's see. I need to actually put out, like, next time we play, like, a
Yeah,
full thing
you need
of,
to
like,
put out, Christian.
I need to put out big time.
Whew.
Where is he? There he is.
Wow, it does not have the name, unfortunately.
So, no, he has this little icon, so if anyone recognizes that, if you scroll down, there's this little large-nosed creature with the...
Aw,
He has a little symbol, so...
he's so cute.
That is a great picture.
One of these. Do you open the letter?
Yes, we opened the letter.
Yes, we do.
It's like, to my good friends and potential business partners. This is, you see at the bottom, it's signed from your friend Bodok.
Okay.
Bulldog.
I've thought about your proposal to have a wanted board, an adventurer's quest board, and I've been sending out representatives to get information from the dwarves of this town. I'm still working on this, but it's come to my attention that there's a specific legend among the dwarves of a black-winged creature prowling prowling the northern caves nearby Gauntlgrim. It only shows up periodically and disappears in a flash, tearing livestock, tearing dwarves asunder.
Is this the legend of Jose Canseco? Yeah.
Canseco, yeah.
Got him. Got him.
Greg gets 1 point tonight.
You get a half an inspiration point.
Oh, come on. You never give me inspiration points. You haven't.
Well, half an inspiration point means let me get back to it. Oh. There we go. God damn it. Alright. If you wish to, pursue this creature, take it down, or at least gain information for it, and come back to me, and I will reward you. We can count this as your first bounty.
Well, if I can say that I was the one who bested.
Signed to my favorite monster hunters, Bodak Maltpaw.
Ah, good old Bodak.
Oh, Bodak, you're a beautiful man, yeah.
What do you think about this sugarcane? Be able to add to our ledger that we took down Jose Canseco and bested him at his own game?
Jose Canseco, meow.
That's officially what this creature's called now. So.
Well, yeah.
Okay, just to let you know.
We can name it in particular.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be. You can keep everything else, but this one in particular, since we're just getting information from it. All right, I think we can go after this. What do you think? This is a good lead as any to help in our recon, I guess.
Yes.
All right, now let's pick our partner in crime for the day. Who did you say you wanted? You wanted that dwarf?
Well, you know what? Let us take Lebius with us. He's not been out of
You know what? He's been cooped
the
up too long.
fortress in a long time. Yeah.
Lebius!
He overhears you and he's like, "You rang?
Yeah, we got a job
What can I
for you.
do? I've been cooped up in here drawing for the last week. Please, get me out of here."
We just got a lead on the whereabouts of the legendary Jose Canseco, yeah.
Have you heard of Jose Canseco? Yeah, meow.
So let me get this right. He's specifically called Jose Canseco, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, his first name is Jose Canseco. His last name is
Yeah.
Ya.
Yeah, okay.
He's some type of winged creature. We're not quite sure what he is, but all I know is I've heard many legend about this beast, and he may have some information as well as a needing to be taken care of himself. So what do you say?
Sounds good.
All right.
Now, you haven't seen Lebius in a couple days. Well, no, you saw him the last day before, but you didn't really pay attention to him because he was holding up a certain Maganac. He's now shed his torn robes that he had from when he was a slave of the Drow matron. He's now got this like thick leather doublet on, with a jacket over, and on his belt looks like it's just a oval sheet of metal, kind of bent a little bit and you think it's a mask, and it has the following holes in it.
Oh.
In a certain pattern.
Holes. Ugh.
That's pretty.
In this pattern.
Wow.
But it's just a piece of metal with a not even with a strap, but it's just kind of sitting there at his belt.
Lebius. What the hell is that thing?
Oh, it's a gift from my patron.
Ah.
All right.
What's it do, meow?
And he says, where my powers come from, and a little purple bit of energy kind of swirls around his hand and shoots up.
All right.
I give him secrets. He gives me, and like his hand is wreathed in purple energy, power.
Gotcha.
This is one of his gifts.
I've got this I've got this image of Lebius now. Like, you remember in Harry Potter, so when they first met Sirius Black, And then I want to say it was the Goblet of Fire, or no, it was the fifth movie. It was the fifth one again, the Order of the Phoenix. When they see him and now he's all dressed up in the finest robes type of thing, like that image of him being totally
Ooh.
better now.
Let me look that up again because it's been a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually,
Gary. Yeah,
a
that's
little
kind
bit,
of the
but-
transformation that I pictured. Yeah,
A little bit, but a little bit more high collar, leather,
Yeah.
black. Yeah.
yeah,
Yes,
that
definitely.
type of thing.
Kind of the same attitude too, probably.
Right.
I never actually made that connection. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. No, that just made me think of it because
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, but that's actually a really good. I hadn't thought about that. That's actually kind of really.
That's one of my
close.
favorite parts that Gary Oldman's ever done. That's good. All right, I think we got our team together for the day then.
Very old.
Sounds good. What are we killing again?
We're carrying Jose Canseco, yeah.
Jose Canseco, yeah.
Jose
Have you heard of
I
Canseco.
believe
Jose
I've heard of it.
Canseco?
You describe it?
Jose Canseco, yeah. Well, he's a large winged beast, but he's also extremely intelligent. And
Well,
he
I don't know if I would say intelligent. He is extremely confident.
he is well traveled.
Very well traveled.
Winged Beast Underground. That brings up a couple ideas, but I'll reserve my thoughts until we get
We
there.
were just fighting in a very large cavern the other day, so there is areas where he could definitely be holding out. There's pockets underground, ceilings 80, 100 feet high. Very possible.
You see, he's deep in thought, and he's definitely pondering something, but he's holding his tongue.
What do you think? What do you got?
I think it'd be more fun if we find out if I'm right.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
Mel.
Let's just say I may have a little bit of an experience with what I think this might be. But let's wait. It was a long time ago for me, and I was a very different fighter
Gotcha.
that way.
I have not come into contact with it before. I'm just going off of what I heard in stories, many things that I've heard in my small village.
Honestly, with what we're fighting, I could be very, very wrong, but I could be very right.
All right, let's go
Interesting.
see what this thing looks like.
All right, pancakes. Let me ride on your back, Mel.
All right, what the hell? Get on up there.
Whoops. There we go. Copy. All right. So let's get moving. You guys ready?
Yeah.
I'll just advance you. You know, you've been through these before, and let me go to here first, and then I'll move to the characters
Page change.
right here, and I'll move you to the place. One second. All right. Once you get out, John Boy kind of crawls out from your cloak.
All right, calm down now, John Boy. I think we're finally here.
So I've left the areas that you've already explored
Okay.
lit up because by then, you know, with news of your exploits.
So this is the same area then. I'm looking around. Yeah.
Well, you start the area, the immediate tunnels after the exit bridge from Gauntlgrim are the same because you use the same exit because
Right.
this is where all the action's been happening. Gauntlgrim has I believe 2 other gates, but you've been using, I believe this is the eastern gate.
Okay. Do you see that junction labeled 36? That spot to the east. Have we gone through there yet, or is that just saying that we haven't gone that way, or is that
Because
dead end?
you have been there, I will reveal this to you.
Yeah,
So
it's
you want
because
that.
you just said areas that we've been before. That would be helpful, like with knowing all of them.
There we go.
Not to be an ass.
So that's where you meant the Zoran. I believe his name is Zilgar.
Which one are we?
believe-
Wait.
That weird mad crystal creature.
You
I
mean that
believe
little spot going into 36? Okay, so that area is totally.
that
That's
was
it
where
then.
you met him.
Yeah, that thing.
Yes. Okay, so we want to stay clear of that because that's a jumble that we don't want to have to deal with today.
Now you can see him in the distance picking up crystals, looking at them, crushing them, and then, you know, going about grabbing his head, you know, rambling to himself, reciting something,
Right.
and then repeating the process. You can tell he
This is the autofocus.
Yeah, you can tell he's still up. He's still mad.
All right.
All right. So you were told that this creature was to the north. You don't know much more than that.
Oh, we got to go past him anyways, meow.
Well,
No, we can go less way, right? We can kind of sneak up. And
there
around.
is no more north there.
So we have to go way down and east and then go up at some point.
You believe so?
All right, so we're going to go through the area that we've kind of been through already, so we should be fine for right now, Lepius, but I guess we just got to stay on our guard.
Sure.
All right.
I heard
Can
the
you
old
get
shit.
John Boy to linked up with me? How do I do that?
Yeah,
So you
make a
can, you
big
can
square.
drag select the two characters that you control.
Drag select? So shift?
You
Like
like-
a box around.
No. Like drag a box. Like click, drag, box.
Gotcha.
You'll see a little blue box.
Yeah, you got Lepius then, Sugarcane? All right.
I don't think you can control him, but I'll grab him.
No, Christian can control him.
Okay.
I'll just move him after you move. So you move through. You now see. Now hold up. You now see there's a lot more activity in these tunnels. There's dwarven forces. There are now some humans, some half elves, some half orcs, a bunch of surface creatures, some tieflings now conversing and patrolling. Now setting up some more defenses.
Yeah.
The area labeled 9 is now ringed by a bunch of defensive walls. 36 is actually not so defended. Like, they haven't blocked off from that zone. You think maybe someone you know, like Freckner, has talked to this creature and told him the situation in a way that he would understand, probably.
Okay.
So now, but they've been
all right.
fortifying like
Gotcha.
Zone 9.
All right, all right.
Say.
So it's good to see more friendlies around here. It was difficult
And
the
the
first
whole-
time we came through this tunnel.
There's a little iffy. But now from Zone 9 to Zone 1, you now see activity going back and forth, and some of them
I was trying to
salute you.
roleplay there a bit, trying to get a conversation going. You're meditating
Oh.
a little bit too much. Yeah, back off. Sugarcane.
We've lost Lebius down a hole now.
Oh, we should probably get him back.
Oh, oh, oh,
Oh, there we go, Lebius.
oh,
Levius,
thank you.
okay? We almost fell down that our first time through here, too. You get used to these tunnels after a while.
I want to ride John Boy, meow.
I walked
cannot
right into
ride
that door,
John Boy.
sorry.
That place
So now-
is as far north as we could go that way,
So
correct?
one is the new under construction. One is where that Drow outpost was.
Okay.
So can we
Now-
go further north that way?
You have to explore. You now see people walking slightly into that area, but they're now setting up a new wall across, like here and here and here.
Okay, because that's
Let
still
me-
all darkened out for me. I can't see.
So let me
that.
reveal.
Yeah. Ah, well, this place has changed quite a bit, hasn't it, Sugarcane?
It does indeed, meow.
Sec. There we go. I had to get polygon reveal out. Okay.
Remember when we did all that, Lebius? That was a hell of a thing.
Well, thank you for getting me the hell out of there.
You're welcome. I forgot he was the one we got out of there, too.
You surely don't want to go back, comrade. For old time's sake, meow.
Oh yeah, no, I'd like to experience being constantly beaten and whipped every day of my life one more time. Yeah, that sounds lovely.
We can arrange that, meow.
Maybe we can even go find some crazy witch bitch and then hold her down in a chair and just
Beat her to death.
Easy there. Easy
without her
there.
being able to move.
I tell you what, though, after all this is done, I'm going back to Neverwinter. I am finding that old bastard again, and I'm telling him to finally give me my mansion.
When you're there, can you please see what you can do about removing my my
Try to
block?
clear Pancake's name.
Yeah,
while
clear
you're
my
there.
name a little bit. I
He-
cannot enter the city.
So at this point, he stops and turns to you. He's like, "So what did you do?
All right, so
What
here's
do
the thing: we were
That
working
is
an
very hard.
we
that
were
was
working
very
an
hard to do.
undercover
I
job.
tried.
We're working
You
an
were working
undercover
undercover?
job. Okay, we had to get into a brothel. So both me and Sugarcane were dressed in drag. Okay, so we started working jobs there. It got a little weird for a while. Okay, we kind of just got into the culture of it. We kind of lost ourselves for a bit. But anyways,
Everybody
we
explores. You know, there's time for that.
yeah, that's what we felt too. So, anyways, well, this is what happened. We finally had one guy come in that could have provided some leads as to what we needed to do to accomplish on our job, right? So he had this fantasy he needed to have a giant and needed to have a Goliath. All right, so then I was that, and then also for that one, Sugarcane was actually being the pimp for that one. So he saw him coming though,
That's right, Mel.
and it wasn't just him. He also had somebody with him, and that person was actually the one that we were trying to find all along. And he had a few other folks with him, and it turns out that the mayor of the town actually was kind of associated with him in somewhat. So you see, Sugarcane ran the hell out of there. And I was trapped in the room with the damn giant, and I tried to fake it good, but they kind of figured out I was not what they were expecting, and they ran me out of town.
It sounds like you probably stepped on an investigation by the Harpers.
Yeah, well, it was an investigation, but
I would talk to your friend Paul.
I don't know what they were all doing in there. They were inspecting the brothel on a very wrong day, apparently.
Talk to your friend Paul. He may be able to talk to some people to lift the eyes that would watch you going into Neverwinter.
All right.
You'd be able to see your son again, right, Pancakes, man?
Well, yeah, my one son that I do have in that town. The other 6 are back in the village at home. But yeah,
that's right.
that one. Yeah, that.
But your
one
most
there.
important son is in Neverwinter.
Most important son. Which one?
Let's put it this
I
way.
believe you named him like Flip thing, man.
Ah, yeah.
Strange name, but
You kind of just headed that one. But let's put it this way. Oh, that old bastard Daggle Neverember wouldn't be. Let's say he wouldn't run you out of town for that kind of operation. That was probably something by the Harpers. They do work for him once in a while.
Yeah, I don't quite know exactly what happened because legitimately we thought he was just coming in to have some fun. The one guy, and then all of a sudden he's coming in with a crowd. We didn't know what the hell was going on. I didn't stick around long enough. Maybe they were questioning the giant for something. I don't know. I didn't stick around long enough.
Tell you what, I'll put in a good word for you. Me and the old Lord of Neverwinter have a little bit of a well. It may take a moment to remember me, but
Is the mayor the same person?
that was probably a Harper agent lying to you.
Okay, that's a good thing.
they would not pay extra money to watch, man. I tried.
I felt
They
a little
might.
odd that the fact that the mayor was coming into the brothel.
Yeah, let's put it this way: Neverwinter is the capital of that region. They don't have a mayor; they just have the Lord. So someone was playing off you guys being from out of town.
I see.
They were screwing with you.
Yeah, we didn't spend that much time in the brothel. It was a very odd place. You know, they had these slugs that people were using to jack off to in the corner. It was a little.
They called them space slugs.
They called
now.
them space slugs.
Two things: what the fuck, and number two, could you write down the name of that place?
Yes, I can. I'll
It
put it
was
in a little
called
sheet
the
of paper.
space slug, man.
No, no.
The name. That was the name of the place.
Name of the
was it
place.
called?
Yes.
And if you went in and like
For personal research.
you were like, I want to leave, they're like, I'm embarrassed. Why did you even come in here? You knew what you were getting into.
They had all sorts of weird things in there.
They also had a towel.
A towel.
A towel.
They gave you a towel at the end, Mel. It's a warm towel.
A towel.
A
Just
One
towel.
towel?
It's shared between
One
everyone,
towel.
Mel. It was not a very large towel either,
No,
Mel.
it was not. They just said make sure you have it with you.
Let me ask, was this place surrounded by lakes of black sludge?
I believe it was, Mel.
Okay, I know exactly. I think I
You
know.
know,
where
it was in the
were.
Zank district. I don't know if you know where that is in Neverwinter. It was in the Zank district.
Yes. I know that slang. Yeah.
Yeah.
For where I've come from, we call it Black Lake, but yeah,
Okay.
Ah,
It took me a while to remember that name.
that's good.
Okay.
No, I'll remember that. Anyway. Alright, so now you see the path split between a large stone. It's not so much like two different caves as it is just a giant, like, stone stalactite column poking up out of the ground. That's the black areas mean, like,
Obstacle.
stone wall,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
not holes.
Yeah.
not holes.
Except that one that Lebius fell down.
Yeah, love you.
Yeah,
so
no,
much.
that one will make a hole.
Wow, this is a rather large phallic symbol in the middle of this cave here, isn't it?
Some say the old dwarves were very, crass.
Nah.
I can see that.
the old Delzoon dwarves were very they were very into their drinking and fuck you elves and
Oh, right,
Yes.
yes. The old fuck you elf. You still get that, Levius? No?
not as much anymore.
Hmm.
Ever since that
good.
Dritz fellow, everything's been a lot nicer for Drow.
Well,
That's
good.
good.
now.
Oh, what is this?
I still get the occasional go back to your homeland, you furry. But, I learned to embrace it.
People are a lot less tolerant to furry creatures.
Yes, man.
They prefer them. God,
You know,
that's gonna
one
be
time
bad.
I did shave myself.
They
no one
prefer
liked that.
they prefer a nice shaved pussy. That's the
I,
other half of that inspiration point, Christian.
That's
You
the
know-
other half
Thank
right
you.
there.
In my homeland we have a hairstyle of the fur called the landing strip. It's just, it goes straight down the body.
Oh,
I'm ready.
God.
I actually make note of a lot of your bullshit sometimes.
Good.
As we
Because-
build the canon up.
Did I
Let me
tell
let
you that I'm going back through? I'm trying to do one episode of Ivan and Mikhail at a time. I'm trying to reference every instance of anything interesting that we've ever said. Like any town we've gone and done something ridiculous in. All the classes we took at KGB school. I'm writing all of our classes down. Like I've got
That's
a short.
awesome.
I've got a short list started. I'm gonna go through all of them.
I'm actually going to be doing the exact same with these streams because, I'm legitimately this. Let me metagame for a second. This world, it's basically the Forgotten Realms, straight from D&D's books, but you're in a slightly different parallel universe where everything is kind of more. It's kind of changed by how you guys metagame, like interact.
Yeah,
So
because I'm
taking all
sure
of that
Mission to
into account.
Zix and Hello from the Magic Tavern are all in regular D&D.
It should be.
And there are ways for you to get to, well, at least one of those places. Maybe later on, Mission to Zix stuff. We'll see. But one of them, you could even right now, if the right thing happens,
All right.
you could be in East Fingaria.
Oh. All right. All right. Back. Back.
Yes,
in
I
game.
do remember that.
Good.
All right, so you come into another one of these large vault caverns with a couple different paths out. One heads back down south, so you think that probably meets up with where you were.
All right.
But you have these two paths out.
Two paths. So one is going northwest.
Further north, one's going further west.
Yeah.
But this is about the area where you think Bodok was talking about, where there have been sightings.
All right.
So do what you will.
Sugarcane.
Yes,
This is a
ma'am.
relatively large open cavern. There might be other ones near here.
Alright, ma'am.
All right.
We go left, ma'am.
You want to go
So-
left?
Well, okay, so let me explain this to you. This is a large, this is probably 500 feet by 500 feet. So this would be an area to maybe search.
We
This doesn't
search,
look
ma'am.
that big. I thought these squares are only
Remember-
supposed to represent.
Remember, one square is like 80 feet. We shrunk it down for where you guys were fighting, but one square is about 80 feet. You are in what would be like the equivalent of the rural area around a city, but underground.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is massive, huge vault caverns, going up hundreds of feet.
Not to
Okay.
tell the
Can't
DM.
even make out the ceiling besides little starlight of glowing mushrooms.
That's right,
Not
okay.
to tell the DM to do his job differently. He should have made it a little bigger.
This was created with a grid of 80 feet. Greg, this was generated with a grid of 80 feet. So, I'm doing my way right.
What? The squares are 80 feet.
Yes, I've told you that before.
Okay.
I've changed
So
it
we
to
can
30
only-
feet. I changed it to 30 feet by the entrance,
All right.
but that was only for when you were doing the combat.
Okay, so since this is one room, I'm gonna go check up this area near the north here. You guys can go to the west.
So you guys are going to give me, depends on exactly how you describe your searching, but you're either going to do investigation checks or survival checks.
Are we doing it square by square?
You're not doing
Yes.
square by square, you're just sort of giving me a check and moving around.
Okay.
So
Alright,
we're gonna
I'm
do
gonna do-
several. You can do number of checks, but you gotta.
Did you
when
say,
you say
investigation?
what I want you guys to do is describe. I'm going to do X or I'm going to do
Okay.
Y, and I'm going to tell you to roll this or that. So,
All right, I'm gonna do an investigation check.
Okay. So you're starting out. About where do you want to start out your search?
Right there, where I am.
Wait,
Right where
wait,
you
wait.
are? All right. Okay. Yeah.
Before-
Give me
What
So-
sugar cane?
Before Pancakes gets too far, I point at him and I'm like, "You got this," and I give him a bardic inspiration.
Yes.
What?
So you get to roll a 1d8 with your d20 for
Yep.
skill checks. For
Really?
10 minutes. For
This
10
is
minutes.
this is something I've been waiting for Steve to start
That's
doing.
huge.
This is why it's awesome having a bard.
I'm like, "You got this, comrade. You go investigate the shit out of the
Oh,
dirt
man.
pile over there, meow."
Okay. So I have a DC set.
Okay.
Roll.
-1.
Plus 1d8.
Plus 1d8. Roll a d8. Oh, and add it to that.
Thank God.
Ah.
You have a
Yeah,
total of,
daddy, yeah.
13. Yep.
Yeah, daddy, yeah. Fuck that pussy, yeah. And then you hear in the back, yeah, bro, yeah.
This is our battle cry, meow.
Yeah.
So you walk past a large set of boulders that seem to have fallen down from the ceiling.
Okay.
And you're sort of searching around. You know, there's now it's not just all rock. You know, over time, rock has ground down to dirt. So there's a little bit of dirt and there's some plants and there's a regular ecosystem here. But you're searching around underneath these rocks, seeing if anything's rubbed off and been swept underneath, and you see a chunk of it looks like the bottom section of a very, very large feather, sort of like poking, like it's been swept off to the side, like to the edge of like a rock. That's sort of like at the grounds here. The rock is kind of like the edge of the rock's there, and it's kind of been
All right, so I'm gonna go
wedged
over and
in.
pick it up then. Hey guys, I found something. It looks like a
And
little piece of a feather or something. Found it under
So
the
it's
boulder.
about, if you imagine like your standard like crow feather.
Yeah.
It's like, you know how there's that part where it kind of goes off like this and then it starts to come out into like your standard feather?
Yeah.
It's like everything before it starts to round out.
Gotcha.
But it's a feather. You're underground.
Feather. Right. So I was right
You're-
about something. Seems
You're
like.
deep underground. There's a feather there. Something's fucking weird.
Yeah. Well.
And it looks like you've held a crow feather, you've been in the wilderness, you've lived, you
Yeah.
probably at some point shot a crow because you were hungry
Yeah.
and you needed something to eat. You know what a crow feather looks like?
Well,
This is a massive crow feather.
guys, I tell you right now, Jose Canseco seems to be a flying creature after all. If this is from him. This is at least proof that something down here had been flying. I know it's kind of weird, but these caverns are pretty large. You know what that means. Somewhere around here, there's a deep tunnel that leads down from the surface. Something from the surface got down here.
So you have... I'm marking. Okay. What do you guys do next?
I'm gonna,
Where do you guys go?
I'm
What
gonna
do you...
go north, and then Steven gets the next check.
Me and Libius are going to search over here, Mel.
All right.
So you get that
Survival.
check? Okay. Survival check.
Right.
11? Okay.
11.
You don't
I'm
get a
gonna
plus
actually-
on your own skill, Steven?
No,
did a
'cause
plus
I
one.
inspired you.
But I am actually...
I'm the
going
one that
to-
needs it.
Yeah.
Okay, and Lebius is with you. He's going to search as well.
Nice.
So you don't find much.
Okay.
You see some like scrapings of some sort of large creature moving through, but you think it could be a number of things.
Okay.
You don't think it's pinned down to any sort of flying creature, especially because it's scrapes across the ground. Lebius kneels down to those same scrapes, and he's looking at it and he's like, "All right, follow me, you two."
Oh, you got
Alright.
something?
We will follow him.
He doesn't say much.
Did you put the little thing Elf Boy next to his name? When did you do that?
You figured out how to edit, and you've made it so I can't. Oh wait, no. Can I still? I
Wait,
can
you
edit
just
him still.
take control back, too. I was
I-
wondering
I
how
was
long
in
it'd take
control.
you guys to So I was like, ooh, I can edit it.
That's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna keep that there. So you see him walk up towards this, and I'm gonna do another sort of. Okay. You see him now when you go over to this little alcove.
Okay.
There's basically this is almost like a grove of trees, but there are these giant, like probably 2 foot thick stalk mushrooms, glowing bioluminescent blue, like glow stick blue.
Wow.
Lighting up this whole section, but they're thick, and then there's this thick sort of like, it's a red stalked plant that forks into 3 heads.
Okay.
I can't do 3, but it forks into 3 heads, and they almost form like a thick grass. He's moving across. His hand glows purple for a second. He basically blasts through the stalk of one of them, and pushes the lump of it aside, and there's a giant cave mouth there.
Wow. Wow, good job,
Good
Levius.
find.
Who wants to lead? Because I'm fucking not.
I guess I'll
believe
go.
It's your job, Meow.
Alright, I'm out front.
All
I'll
right.
be behind him, Meow.
So now we're in Theater of the Mind moment.
Alright.
I just need to say, fucking Lebius has a survival check of +8.
Damn.
Wow.
You chose him of all people to bring with you.
Oh, good.
Um,
We chose right.
Yeah. All right. So you guys go into this tunnel. It's about 40 feet around. It's massive.
Okay.
You don't know. It's basically perfectly round. So you're basically, if you try to go up the sides a little bit, you slide back down. It's pretty moist. You feel like there's some water coming down from above. Just like trickle, like it's sort of groundwater infiltrating it. But it's going up. And you take this for probably what seems like probably. You go for about a half mile. It's straight. Then it starts to bend around and go back up the other way. As you get around that bend, you feel it's getting a little bit hotter.
What the
Probably
hell's
1 or
going
2
on?
degrees. You continue on for another quarter mile. The rock starts to change a little bit. It's a little bit more glassy, a little bit more black.
Sugarcane,
Yes, Meow.
do you see the difference in the terrain?
The terrain is getting shinier, Meow.
Do you notice the shape of this tunnel?
This is rather
almost-
phallic, yes, Meow.
Well, that's not what I was going for, but yeah, that too. But no, almost as if something could come through here that was magma-like, that kind of glazed things over time.
Right, like a big tunnel snake of the motherland, Meow.
I remember those. Those things were damn terrifying.
They're quite terrifying.
I will say it's not that glassy yet. You just pick up more flecks of sort of like glassy rock.
Okay.
But as you keep going, it gets a little bit more glassy. And
See that? Sugarcane? Looks like we
I
might be
see
right.
it, Meow.
Could be. Lebius, what do you think?
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut, and I want to see you two react.
Okay, great.
That's so convenient
I-
for you.
You
Can
just
I-
see him smile.
Can I scout ahead a little bit with my stealth?
With your what?
With my stealth?
Yeah, you could, if you want. You can go a little bit faster than the others.
Okay.
Now, if I went Tiger, I actually have a great stealth ability now, yes?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
And you see Lebius sort of pulls the mask on. If you start doing that, he joins you.
Alright, so you two are up front now.
Yeah.
Oh, are you going to in tiger form?
I don't know. Are we all gonna go stealth? I guess I could, huh?
Should probably
It's up
be
to you.
as stealthy as we can.
Let me get,
don't know
is it
what
Were
it's-
Tiger?
It's full tiger form.
Yeah, but the Were Tiger sheet has that on there, yes?
The Were Tiger sheet has it, yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's what I was talking about.
It's not the hybrid form. It's,
Yeah, I know. I was wondering because I have a couple different sheets that like the Tiger Totem or Were Tiger. It was one of those two, and I remember it's the
Yep.
Were Tiger sheet.
So you guys keep going. You're fine. Don't have to make stealth checks right now. But as you start, getting through the tunnel,
Oh.
you start to see in the walls and the ceiling periodically there'll be these sort of red crystals.
All right. Did
just
you
sort of,
you wanted me to go? I go full tiger now while we're
whatever
doing this?
you want to do. You don't have to, but you can. But you see Lebius pull out a mask and pull
All
out
right,
that
I'm
mask.
gonna go
and put
full.
it on.
I'm gonna go full tiger.
Okay. So now there's the three of you going out. You see at the end, the tunnel gets to an abrupt end where it's still just a 40-foot circle. Both of you actually, since you have advantage on smell checks, roll me perception, with advantage. Honestly,
Oh, on. Did you say on smell checks?
you're
That makes
a cat.
sense.
You're a cat.
I am
person.
a cat.
Yeah.
He is a cat.
Alright, perception.
So my
perception's
stealth
not
with
quite
my
as OP as
tiger
it
now.
used to be.
My stealth roll is plus 11.
Nice.
Yeah. No, that's. I mean, you don't have to roll yet. So
I really needed the advantage.
Has
So,
it been
13.
longer than 10 minutes?
probably yes, because
Okay.
you've been going for around a mile.
Okay.
It's a very long tunnel. You've been consistently going upward.
Okay.
All right, so let's say it wears off then. And how many does he have of that?
I have 3 per long rest.
Yeah. So, tell me your rolls again. 19 and 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, 19 and 13. Oh, I rolled. The old sniffer never lies, man.
Pancakes. So you're a little bit caught off guard by the how closed in things are. You're used to like the wide open forest. You're used to the surface. You feel a little choked out and a little, and you're getting.
I
you're
don't
pick-
know.
You're getting sense of mold, but also a little bit of smoke,
Oh.
which is throwing you off a little bit. Sugarcane. You, over all the overtones of smoke, you smell the distinct scent of brimstone, sulfur.
Oh no. I smell sulfur, meow.
Do I get a
Cannot
thing to
be-
perception as a tiger?
You for smell checks, and you did roll twice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's advantage you get. Advantage on, but most lycanthropes get advantage on smell checks.
Did you know that from what this sheet says, I can do my hybrid transformation twice and my tiger transformation twice before a long rest? It's not just together. I can do each of them twice.
Did I phrase it like that? I did not.
Yeah,
mean
this form lasts for 1 hour at a time. It can be used without negative impacts 2 times per long rest. And then up above it says this form lasts for 1 hour and can be used without negatives. Yeah, okay.
For this session, I'll give you that, but I did not mean it to mean that way.
Okay.
So that was a
I usually
diction
never
issue.
run out anyways, so.
No, you never use it enough. But that was a diction. That's a diction issue of mine. I did not mean it, but for this session, I will give you that. You get 2 of each
Okay.
because that's my fault. So yeah, and as you come to the mouth of the cave, 1 second, I gotta go, and then I gotta go here.
Oh, he's actually got a picture for us.
Ooh.
And 1 second. East. And you come out. It is hot. You are still surrounded by the dome of a cave, but you can feel a breeze.
Is it steamy?
It's just very hot, and occasionally in portions of the wall you can see a little trickle of lava. But it's very seldom at where you are.
Holy shit.
This looks treacherous, meow.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm curious with this lava flow and how it comes through here and then starts rapidly cooling. How much longer is this tunnel gonna be here? But I guess that begs a question too. Is something boring out this tunnel consistently? Because once lava shoots out from a wall and reaches a point when it's cool and it becomes lava rock, it actually would begin to seal up this tunnel, but yet it's still here.
You don't see any lava flows that are tremendous enough, to get to that point. There's just little bits where it's trickling out of the wall, and as it gets down the wall a little bit, it's already cool. So it's sort of like it's almost like you're seeing a spring come out of a the side of like a rock wall. But it's this is quickly turning into rock, and sort of pooling into like a little formation. But give me perception checks. Sight, so not advantage.
For fuck's sake.
Woo!
Pancakes, you don't see anything.
I don't see shit. Hey, that's some good like a lava rock over there.
Sugarcane, you could swear that the geometry of this hole, you could imagine it continuing up, scraping out a chunk of the ceiling, and sort of like almost like it's going in an arc.
Okay.
So like if you imagine, you're coming up the tunnel here, it's continuing on, and you see like in the ceiling is carved like part of the like upward face of an arc.
Okay.
But it's like you see the tunnel is here, and then there's a little like hump here where that's carved.
Looks like something is lobbing fire around me.
It could be sugarcane. Could be. Maybe we press forward, I guess, a little bit and see what's in the tunnel ahead.
You see, Lebius is very uncomfortable.
Levius, what's wrong?
Is this Jose Canseco, Meow?
This is not Jose Canseco. This is something that I hope I never see.
Well, I think you better be prepared to see it, because obviously something was up ahead.
He touches the rock wall, and he's like, we shouldn't see it. This is just terrifying if we ever do. Enough of that. Let's press on.
Is it a Belroth?
No.
Okay. All right, forward then.
Yeah, forward. Go. No, that's out of the map.
That's out. Okay, so this. Okay, I see it now.
So you gotta pause and let me.
Got me a John Boy. Let's get hot in here. Let's get even hotter.
You see. 1 second. Stay there.
Okay.
Oops. Really bad. In about where it says 9,
Okay.
you see a creature neither of you two have ever seen before. Actually, no. Give me nature checks, both of them.
Ooh, do I even have anything in nature?
I actually
You
do.
might not.
I have +0.
Do I have anything in nature from my tiger transformation?
No.
Okay.
Whew.
Just a heads up, I may have to take a short break in a moment.
Okay, Meow.
Wow. Do I have Therian regeneration?
I believe you have that. Let me get my D&D PDFs up. But I believe
I
you
have it on
that.
my list here. I'm just wondering, do I have it?
I think you have it later on. Let me get out my Were Tiger
Because that's
stuff.
yeah, it's advanced Therian
D&D.
Therianthropy.
Sec?
What's it do?
No, at 9th level. So you're
that's
going to
be a
6th level.
huge thing. Okay, at the start of each of your turns, you regain hit points equal to 1 plus your Constitution modifier.
Ooh,
When
nice.
you are in your transformation.
Yes.
Your hybrid form
Does not
gain.
work, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, still in Tiger, that's like he becomes
Well, in
basically
Tiger-
a tank.
In Tiger, well, in full Tiger, you don't get it.
No,
Only
it's
half.
it's under the full Tiger thing that I get it.
No, Greg, it's in its own. In addition, your hybrid form gains the following features. Yes.
Therian
That's
regeneration is underneath advanced. Okay.
It's in its own heading.
Oh, I see it. In
Advanced
addition, your
Therianthropy.
hybrid form gains the following features. Okay, that's even better.
Yeah.
I use the hybrid form more.
Yes. Cool. All right. So, what were your scores?
I got a 9.
For
Greg,
what?
did you roll? For nature.
Nature.
Roll nature.
Oh, sorry. I'm just gonna like stop rolling because it's not worth.
No, just oh.
At least it's not a 1.
Eh.
Out of the darkness, you two first see. So there's, as 9 fades down into the black, you see it start to go back into a cave a little bit, and out of the sheer darkness of that cave, you see a head pop out.
Oh.
Is that Jose Canseco, meow?
Jose Canseco, yeah!
That's what you're calling Jose Canseco. This
Oh,
creature,
beautiful,
for all
meow.
intents and purposes, it's a lot like a crow in head shape. There's a beak going this way, but there's also a mandible-like beak going this way,
That's
and
terrifying.
many more eyes.
Mm.
As it steps completely out, you see this.
Ah, Jose Canseco! We
Jose
meet at
Canseco.
last.
Or an alternate image.
I've only heard good things about you, Jose.
So yeah.
He is a lot more frightening in person than I would imagine.
I need 1 second here. I need both of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ah.
As the creature lifts its head up and shrieks.
Oh,
A
Jesus.
deafening, shrill shriek.
Oh, actually, that's one thing I actually have points in.
Yeah, you're pretty good at that.
Oh, and I got something in. No, I don't. Nope, I don't.
You see Lebius grab his ears and like crumble down into a ball. Let me see what you guys got.
Okay.
Both of you, as this pierces your eardrums, are stunned,
Oh no!
and you're staggering for a moment. As you just sort of flutter open your eyes, you see this creature sort of like. Now you see it. It's a crow, but it's standing on 4 legs like a beast, but it still has 2 wings, and at the end a long spiked tail. The creature lopes around, takes to the air for a second, and goes up over a ridge, and on the other side, disappearing out this way.
Damn. Sugarcane.
Yes,
This
meow.
thing's got moves.
It does.
And with that, I need to take a quick 2-minute break to set something up.
All
'Cause
right.
I need to find some. I need to do something, and then I need to find some rules. So we will be right back.
They don't pay us the big bucks for nothing, meow.
Should I do the full be right back screen?
That's up to you.
I'll also be right back.
I'm back. We back?
Yeah, well, Steven's not back yet, but
Alright, we'll just talk and I'll eat my Nutella.
yeah, I'm gonna eat out Santa's asshole.
Back. What's up?
Nothing.
Alright. Are we back?
Wow, that face.
Jesus.
Alright,
There we go.
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Alright,
Ready to
so
fight Jose Canseco.
you guys come out of your daze and you see the tail of that creature disappear over the ridge line.
Okay, can you give me one picture back of Jose Canseco? Sorry, I should have kept one in the corner.
Let's just go with this one because the other one has some like bracers on.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like BDSM. Jose Canseco.
So this one's actually a creature from the Neverwinter MMO, so
Oh, okay.
Ah,
straight out of it. So it's got
Gotcha.
some extra little flourishes. And I will get into what it is later on. Well, so you just saw it. Lebius, as he comes out of the daze, he just laughs to himself. He's like, "I should have fucking killed you, you motherfucker."
Lebius, you know this damn thing?
Oh, me and her have a history.
Her.
Her.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if it's exactly the same one, but I believe it's from the same brood.
All right. Well,
how far is it away?
Oh, it's over. So, this area, if you can see where my little red
Yeah.
target is, Greg, I'll actually point to it. That is sort of, you can see that it's like a big open tunnel that sort of ends at the back. It's almost like a little like shelter area, but over the top there's sort of like the shell dome, and it sort of went up over that.
Okay, so it's a bit of a distance.
okay.
Yeah, it basically climbed up over a cliff.
He's covering a lot of distance because I'm imagining he's a little bit bigger than us, and he's got wings.
Well, he's got
It
wings.
is
Yes.
massive. It's probably from tip of tail to tip of beak, about 100 feet. No,
Can't be that big.
it's about 70 feet.
Okay.
That's
a big beast.
He's a big Jose
From
Canseco.
tip of tail, though. From outstretched tail to tip of
So we're
beak.
talking body about 40.
Probably, yeah. And wingspan probably about 70 as well.
Okay.
It's big.
All right. We're following that big bastard. Let's get going, guys.
Let's go, meow.
I should have killed you. Ah.
Lebius, you can talk to yourself
Lebius,
about this later. We
Do
need to
you
get
know
moving.
about this creature, meow?
Go.
All right, let me actually roll. He's a little bit of a mysterious character. Roll me a persuasion check, actually. Whoever
Persuasion.
wants to try to persuade him.
Oh, that's
I
me.
have pretty good persuasion. Oh yeah, what's your persuasion?
+3.
-2.
Okay.
So both of you roll.
Who are we persuading?
Lebius to tell you what this
13.
thing is. Who rolled what?
13.
Oh, Lebius, why don't you tell me about the tale? I
I'd
rolled
say
a
I
14.
like surprises. I won't tell you everything, but we are. We're not in the Underdark anymore. We are in the caldera of a very, very large volcano.
Oh, no.
This is Mount Hotenau, overlooking the city of Neverwinter.
No, you cannot go too much
Wait.
further,
Are you
Pancake.
saying I'm technically within Neverwinter city limits?
No, you are not. You're about.
Oh,
you're
okay.
about
Okay, thank
you're about-
gosh, because I can't go
You're
there.
about 5 miles outside.
He
the
will set off all sorts of wards in the city.
You
guard
do realize if I
house
step
you-
foot in
if
there,
you
they
get
have
there.
spells on me now, where if I get anywhere near it, I glow bright blue and I start blaring alarms out my asshole.
Right, then no, it is very unpleasant, meow.
Called the Arcane Brotherhood have really stepped it up, haven't they?
Yes,
They have,
did.
meow.
God, I've been out of the city for way too long. Anyway, yeah. So let's say I was tasked by a certain organization to fetch something from here a long time ago.
And you didn't, Meow?
No, I did.
Oh, you
But-
did. Okay, great.
But they kept asking me to retrieve the same goddamn thing from the same fucking creature. I never killed the damn thing because it and I had a history.
I see, Meow.
Wait a
It
minute.
knew what
You
I
had a
had.
history? What type
They
of
did
history?
it briefly, Meow.
Like, we had an understanding.
Wait a minute. Are you doing a Monster Hunter reference? Now look, I'm gonna take your claws either way. I can either kill you or you can hand over what I need now. That picture.
Tell your friends I need.
Yeah.
Tell your friends I'm looking for some new boots.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Oh god, this is why I didn't want you to take Lebius. Okay.
So, Lebius, how many of these things' wings have you ripped off lately?
Oh, just its eggs.
No,
just
just
taking
its
at least
eggs.
one
Okay.
from the clutch every so often.
Ah.
No wonder it doesn't like you, Meow.
I had a friend who liked the way they tasted.
Okay, Meow.
Okay.
Let's just put it that way. He's a little bit of a dandy fuck.
We'll leave it at that. Must have been food for weeks, too, the size of the eggs dropping out of this shit.
He wanted them so often, I think he just ate the whole goddamn thing.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. So, do you want to be the first one to go up and talk to it?
Does it speak, Meow?
I don't know if this is even the same one. It's been about 50... no. It's been about 30 years.
30 years, Meow.
No. 25. 25.
Sure, Lebius. We'll go with that. You old bastard.
I'm a drow. Look, I'm 400 years old now.
That's a good point.
25 years is nothing to me.
I remember when I was 400 years old, Meow.
You are not that ever
just
that old.
recently
You
immortal.
damn pussycat.
You're just recently immortal. Shut up.
That is true. Oh, yeah, I'm immortal.
Wait,
You
is he
are-
immortal? When did he
He is
become
immortal. Remember the deck of manly
Remember
things?
the deck of manly things when I pulled out the card?
He is
No.
actually immortal.
Technically immortal right now.
Age-wise, he can die, but he
Right,
doesn't
like
age.
an elf, basically.
Yeah, he's basically
Yeah.
an elf. He's basically a cat Tom Bombadil.
Alright, let's step it up here. Let's go. Let's get this. Alright, let's go forward after that thing.
Let's do it, Meow.
Alright, so... Oh, that's just a dead end. That's just a dead end down
Isn't
there.
it down here? Did you say it was
Yeah.
down here?
No, it goes into sort of like a shelter cove. Like, it's almost like a shell that goes over the top and there's a cliff. Like, have
But
you ever
it's
seen-
roughly in this area.
It went over, like, a 200-foot tall, like...
So you're telling me we may have to go up and around to the right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well.
That's the only way you say to go. So you see to
Damn! Sugarcane, this area is a dead end.
You're
Okay,
still
Meow.
completely under a rocky,
Okay.
ceiling,
Alright.
by the way.
Damn
You
it.
couldn't... Yeah. There's a little hole up there that it went up through, basically.
Alright, I think we have to go around now.
Alright, Meow.
Sounds good. I don't remember this section of the caldera.
Well, we're gonna find out about it really soon. Come, John boy.
Oh, wait, I just realized I gotta do something. Sorry, now it's right.
What did you do?
Look at Lebius.
Oh,
Elf
you
boy?
changed his name.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, so now you gotta unveil this portion.
Yep,
of the
I'm
map.
working on it. It's really sort of... I'm just gonna do the whole goddamn thing here.
Yeah.
So as you go into this area, you see a little bit more lava bubbling out of the walls. Just not in mass. It's not like a like a fountain of it.
Yeah.
It's just like little spots where there might be a little like thermal tube of lava, or there might be like a little bit of a weaker wall behind. It's just a little bit's bubbling through, and you see as you look up, there's ruby luminescent crystals lining the ceiling, providing a little bit of a dull gray light.
Yeah. We're gonna come back here later on, Sugarcane.
Okay, meow.
We're gonna get damn rich.
Mood lighting.
Wish we could do that to our screens. Just the day
Yeah,
of the
what do we
DM.
need for that?
Buy
stuff?
Philips Hue lights. Not sponsored.
Yeah, no one wants to be sponsored on our stream. Because we talk about love sense too much.
We do.
We may get a sponsorship. That or Bad Dragon. I don't know.
Hey, either one. As long as they send us both products and
you know?
money, we're fine.
Sponsorship's not sponsorship.
Oh, these aren't bad. That's like $100 for 2.
Did you just
Oh, yeah,
look it
yeah.
up?
So here's the
That's
thing.
not
Do you
bad.
know- Do you want to know where a
No,
lot
for
of
the
my
lights, not the love sense.
Oh, I
For
thought
the-
you were
for the
looking up the
lights,
price of the love sense.
I
So-
mean, I don't. Let's see.
Do you want to know where a lot of the money
Then Holly comes in.
Where?
I have about 8 of these.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, I really don't want to look up love sense.
I'll look it up later, see how much it costs.
Gotcha. A family-friendly stream.
Yeah, daddy, yas. Fuck that pussy.
Boys night.
Boys night.
All right. So yeah, that's that cavern. And as wait, I'll move you guys up. Do you guys keep going?
Yeah.
Slightly off. That pisses me off. As you guys move up, you see at this point about where I have the darkness, the rocky ceiling gives way, and you see, well, not quite daylight, but sky. The sky is full of smoke and fluttering embers that are coming up from this You're just in a portion. You believe you're just in a portion of the caldera. But you see the smoke all around. This place may be a lot more extensive than you would ever thought. You've never seen Mount Houghton. You've seen it probably in the distance, but
Right.
never up close.
Well, we know there's a cavern down underneath because that thing obviously jumped over to something, so it has to loop around.
Well, you don't know. We'll see.
Well, there's
You saw
obviously
that-
a place where it jumps. I'm just saying, it's a 100-foot creature. It jumped somewhere.
Yeah, that was a giant. That was a big hole before this like giant sort of ending cove. So you don't know. But now you see like there's no ceiling above you. It's just sort of rock walls, sort of like sloping up in this giant bowl. And I'll reveal a little bit more.
All right, let's continue forward now.
All right,
Cool.
meow.
John Boy, you all good? Yeah, John Boy sound good.
So you guys are just proceeding.
Yes, we're proceeding.
Yes, meow. We're going up.
Give me perception checks.
Finally!
Get that.
Hit the road, Jack.
And there would be smell associated with this, so both of you give me another roll, just in case, because it gives advantage.
Oh. Hit the road, Jack.
17 and 15 are good. Sugarcane, you smell heavier brimstone, ash, but there's a certain. You actually catch sort of like almost a scent of magic on the air. Like you know this sort of like associated smell when magic ionizes stuff. Pancakes, you catch that around you. Honestly,
Everything around me feels tingly. From the tips
There's-
of my
there's like
fingers
a-
down to the toes, everything's kind of vibrating. Getting that feeling. Do you feel the magic in the air?
Feels like a magic, meow.
you can feel it coming. Okay.
The air tonight.
Oh.
Meow.
Give me one more sight. Oh fucking hell!
Sight.
Give me one more sight perception.
Oh, I can't see shit. It's too dark.
One more sight one.
Yeah.
Woo!
Pancakes, out of the corner of your eye, you see something coalescing from
Pancakes, what do your Goliath eyes see?
I see everything.
I see everything. All right, what do I see? Sorry, Christian.
From the corner of your eye, you see something coalescing out of the ash itself. A number of swirling little clouds of ash start to come together in the periphery around the area that you're in. The first one fully coalesces as you see
Lebius,
a skeleton wreathed in fire.
Lebius, this is not what you were talking about, I hope, was it?
No, this is something else. Get your weapons out.
Yep, sounds good.
Roll me initiative.
Boris, get ready.
I just thought about something really important.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm a tiger, right? Am I still able to speak regular?
You can.
Okay, good.
You can actually. I do believe. Let me check my thing again. But
Or didn't I have a whole thing where I couldn't speak regular? I had to speak, kind of like growl to the dwarf, and the dwarf had to under.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, we did actually.
For the sake of
Cannot speak in this form.
okay,
Yes.
for the sake of this, then when I started speaking again, once we came to the magma area, I turned back.
Okay.
Wait. Does he have a language?
Yes.
He speaks actual tiger.
Tiger.
Oh, okay, so we wouldn't know it.
Yeah.
Basically, how I roll it, you still like have your full mental capacity, but your like vocal cords like morph to that of a tiger, and you can't generate the sound of speech.
And the only thing I'm reasoning then for this scenario is that like we found out that stealth really wasn't coming in handy here, so we basically I just turned back.
Yeah. All right. And you see about 8 so far of these come out. Behind a group of 4 of them, you see a larger cloud coalesce, and I do not have an image for it, but imagine a minotaur version of one of these.
Oh. Is that what you were talking about, Lebius?
That is not what I was talking about.
But still very bad, right?
Get your weapons out.
They are out. They are out.
And roll me initiative.
Boris is ready to fight me.
What's this about, Boris?
Boris is my loot.
You remember that? Yeah.
My dreams, meow. He whispers sweet nothings into my. It is okay, Boris. It will be great. Am I rolling initiative? I gotta figure out.
Yeah, I have a simplified initiative thing on my end that should speed this up a little bit.
Combat.
How am I for color wise and camera?
You look good.
Good.
I'm just
Nice.
initiative. I'm just what my chart says, right? I don't have anything higher.
Yeah, it's just whatever your initiative plus is.
Okay. Come on, baby. Give me something good. Yeah, it's not bad.
What is... Oh, actually, let me check this. I know what your dex bonus is. Oh, no. What's your dex modifier bonus?
Mine?
Yes.
Saving throws or skills?
Like, whatever's under your actual... where it says dex, the, like, number, like, 12 or whatever, and then the plus underneath
1.
that. So, okay. You just go before the, zombies. Okay. So now I got my order. So, E, D, S. Oh, Lebius. Lebius. What's your... Oh, good. Very good. Okay. So, Greg, you're first. You see... And now, this is going to be theater of the mind. Around this sort of oblong chamber, you see, going from left to right around, you see 2 kind of spaced about 10 feet apart. You see another 3 each fairly close together, and then the other, that would be 3.
Do you have a token? Something.
I do not.
Like a blank token.
This is theater of the mind, Greg. We got to work on this in D&D. This is a thing that we got to do sometimes. So imagine around you that you are about 40 feet out in front of you. Imagine this is about 40 feet by 40 feet.
Okay.
There is there are 2 to your left, about 40 feet away from you. There are 3 in front of you, about 40 feet away from you. 3 about to your right, about 40 feet away. And behind the middle 3 is where the Minotaur is coming out. All 40 feet. This is called Theater of the Mind.
Okay. You know, we never did a sound check. I just thought about that.
Did we not?
We've been completely silent for.
We can hear Christian.
Well, that's good. Can you hear me?
Can you hear? Well, you can hear me.
That's my new character.
Sound test.
Sound test.
Sound test.
Sound test.
We got our fancy overlay. We're still working on sound.
We got one thing right.
Hey.
I think we sound okay.
I have 2 attacks.
Oh, I gotta manage my little tool here.
Yes, 2 attacks. No.
All right.
We got it? It's your turn. You're 40 feet away from pretty much everything.
So I can get to within my first enemy.
If you have 40 feet of
You
movement,
can
yes.
move 40
I do.
feet.
I can move 40 feet.
There you go. So remember, 2 to your left about, 3 in front of you with the Minotaur coalescing behind them, and then 3 to your right.
3 to my right, and how many in front? Straight down?
3, and then the Minotaur coming together behind
Okay.
it.
So there's 6?
There is a total of 8 zombies, and then the Minotaur.
Okay. I'm going to go for the closest one to me on the right side.
On the right side.
So he should be the closest one to us totally, right?
Basically, one from the group of 3, but you go for the closest one. Let's say they're sort of in a staggered sort of
because I don't want to get too far away from our group, so that's the one I'm going to target first.
Okay, so you move on. You move in on him.
I get close to him, and then I grab my stack of pancakes.
You're raging.
All right, you son of a bitch! Now we're gonna come at you. All right, so let's get this thing going. Raging. I get +7 because of my weapon. That's gotta hit.
Oh yeah, easily hit.
All right, then we get a plus, so we get a D12 +6. That's nice.
Good. Yeah, you hit him and you knock his right side like completely off. It just sort of like turns and basically disintegrates into a puff of ash, a burning puff of ash that sort of catches fire a little bit and then dust explodes. But you don't take any damage. It's sort of
Oh, you like that? Now how about this attack? All right, second attack.
They make this like ashy hissing sound.
That's hits.
That hits.
Not as good, but it's still.
You kill it.
Right through the neck.
You knock it right through the neck and you blow off the left side, so there's just the bottom, like the bottom of the torso and the legs, and just falls forward.
Falls forward and fades away, probably, right? Something.
Yeah. Oh, it sort of like starts to like crumble back into ash. Like you see it burning a little bit because inside where like the little bit of bone left is, that's still like sort of like in embers.
Right. All right. Now John Boy's gonna jump off my shoulders and vault towards the next one.
Okay. Give me a